In the shop today, we got a 2022 KX250 and we're having clutch issues. It's got a hydraulic clutch and it's always dragging. And we're gonna get right into it and we're gonna see what's going on. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna wanna do here is put the bike on its side so we can access the clutch cover, and all the oil is gonna be on the other side of the engine because we're not planning on changing this oil till after we replace the clutches. So either get it on its side or drain the oil out of it. And then we're gonna get these bolts out of here. So we got one that's underneath the brake pedal. All the other ones are all fairly easy to get to. And this is the 2022, so this is the same style clutch as a current 250 and 450. Okay, we're gonna pull the brake lever down a little bit. I'm gonna pull this off. We got our gasket, stayed one piece. I have a new gasket to replace it. So what's different in here is right here, instead of having your individual springs underneath here, this is one big spring. So this is just a big conical washer because the throw is a lot smaller on the hydraulic clutch than with the cable clutch. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get these bolts off. A 5mm Allen key. So I'm gonna use my impact to take them off. We're gonna put them on by hand and we're gonna torque them. And you want to take it off fairly even so you don't warp that. It's a big washer. I'll show you in a second here. Okay. So that's all we have. We got this plate. When you take everything apart on these clutches, everything goes together in like a series. So there's a certain way that it all has to go together. So you can't just throw them in and hope for the best. Well, you could, but you're gambling. So this here is your spring. So that's your conical washer. That's your only clutch spring in this whole bike. Instead of having those 5, you have this one single, and this is your pressure plate. So now we're gonna take the pressure plate off. So when you pull the pressure plate off, you're gonna have a washer underneath here. So make sure you don't lose that guy, because it's going to be sitting right there. It doesn't look like that bad. There's no big groove. There's some lines, but nothing crazy. Okay, and then now we have our frictions. Now we're going to pull these out, and we're going to try and keep them all in order, because they all have to go back the exact same way that they came out. So we have our friction, we have our steel. It looks like the steel got a little bit of color. So we got, okay, so now that we have all our steel plates and our frictions out, we're going to inspect the side right here where my finger is here. And you're just going to want to feel and see if there's any grooves, which is very, very fine, which is not even nothing to worry about. If you get real bad grooves on the center here, the center drum, or on the outer part here, then you're going to want to replace it. And then check your needle bearings, make sure everything's nice. Everything's apart. So now we're going to go and take a look at our friction material. Now that we got everything out, we got everything sitting on our bench here. We're going to inspect our conical washer here. So we're going to check this thing out, and we're going to just make sure that there's no cracks or it's not bent anywhere. Because this is our main spring. And then check that pressure plate. We're going to look around here. Make sure that there's no big grooves. Like there's a fine line, but you can't even grab that with your fingernail. And then this washer that goes in here, I already put that on the actual clutch needle bearings. So we're going to put that there. Going with OEM clutches, and I'll show you why I did that. It's a hydraulic clutch. Everything is very critical that the clutch pack is the same thickness. And if it's not the same thickness, then we're going to run into issues. So if you look at these clutches here, you can see on the outer, it's labeled, you have this blue line right here. So that there's an outer and then there's also an inner. So the inner looks like this one. The outer has the same profile. And then if you look at one that's 2 in, it has this style profile, which is completely different. So each one of these has to be in order. So, and the OEM clutches are actually cheaper than the aftermarket. So it looks like these steels got some serious heat as well. So I'll put this down here so I don't lose where I'm at. But if you look at the steels here, you can see that they got hot because there's bluing. So these are definitely worn out. And then same with the outer here, these are almost completely flat. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our new stack the same thickness as our old stack. We got all our new parts, we got all new steels and all new frictions. Let's put it together. This is my first one. So this is the number 1 friction. See the pink? That's number 1. So that's gonna go here, just like this. So we have number 1. I just took all of them out of the package because they're all wrapped up like crazy. So these are all our steels, and we have all our frictions. Okay, so we have, this is the closest to the motor. So we have 1, 1, and then we have our steel 1, round part. We have our first steel, first friction, and then we go, and then this one's different. Okay, so then this one goes like this. Then we got one of these. Then we grab our next steel. Then we have another one of these. Steel. This one got real purple. And we're down to our last final one. This one has a marking, this one's blue. And just like that. Now I'm going to verify those and I'm going to wipe a little bit of engine oil on them before I get them in. And then we're going to go install these in the bike. I'm going to put first steel. So the round part goes towards the engine. We got our last steel. Round side in. And then this is the last one. As you can see here, it's got blue. So you got your pink on the inside, or red, and then you have your blue as your last one. Okay, so that's all in. We got our washer here on the bearing. Now we're ready for our pressure plate. And our conical washer. And we got our washer hold down plate. Get these all started by hand, and then we're going to run them in, and then we'll get the torque specs for them. And these don't go very tight. They're just little tiny bolts. So now we got all of our spring bolts kind of snugged up. So these aren't very big bolts. So now we got our torque wrench set to 80 inch-pounds. And we're going to want to tighten them across evenly from each other. So and we're double check them all. You got 80, 80. So that's all torqued. Now we can go pull on our clutch, make sure that everything's going to move freely. and then we can put our clutch cover on, seal this thing up. Everything's verified that it's going to work. Grab a little brake clean. We're going to clean off our gasket surface here. We're going to put our new gasket on our cover, and we're going to get that torqued down. New gasket put on here. Put our clutch cover back on. Now we've got all our bolts in. We're going to torque those down to 89 inch-pounds. Well, now that we got everything torqued down, we're going to take off our bungee cord here, pump our brakes back up. We're going to stand this bike up and we're going to take it for a ride and we're going to try the clutch out.